Hey guys, my name is Richard and I'm a first year student at University of Toronto, and today I'd like to talk about some of my top tips of getting into University of Toronto and UBC. Everything is based off of my experiences, so you guys may disagree or agree with some of my ideas, but I hope you guys enjoy. I'm very sorry for all these changes in angles. It's because I lost my intro footage when I was editing the video, but there won't be any more angle changes after this. So now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So when I was applying to universities in high school, I was leaning towards two universities in Canada, which were UBC and University of Toronto. The reason why I was leaning towards UBC and UofT was because UofT has consistently been Canada's #1 university, and UBC because of its beautiful campus and being one of the best universities in Canada as well. And luckily, I was able to get offer from both universities, both in business. So from UofT, I got an offer from Rotman. In UBC, I got an offer from Sauder. To pull this off, there were some of the things I did in high school that I'd like to share with you guys right now. So to explain this, I'm going to be breaking this video down into 3 pieces. First, I'm going to talk about grades. Second, I'm going to talk about extracurriculars. Number 3, I'm going to talk about supplementary applications and video interviews and portfolios. So starting off with grades. I know, as much as I want to avoid talking about grades, when it comes down to universities that are known to be prestigious, marks become relatively important. Having good grades with appropriate courses will obviously boost your chances of getting to universities that you want to go into. One of the questions I had back in high school when I was applying to universities was minimum required grades. So the minimum required grades differ between universities and studies as well. Obviously, the more prestigious universities that you want to go into, it's going to have a higher minimum required grade. And if the study that you want to pursue in is competitive and popular, it's obviously going to have a higher minimum required grade. However, I realized that meeting these minimum required grades aren't super hard. My overall course average at the end of my high school life was about 97%. And generally speaking, if your average is above 85, you wouldn't have to worry about meeting these minimum required grades. But it's important to note that different studies require different prerequisites as well. So for example, for me, when I was going to business, one of the prerequisites I needed to have was AP Calculus or IB Calculus. But other studies might require you to take AP Bio or IB Psychology. Make sure to check these requirements early, because if you don't meet these requirements, they're not going to accept you, I'm sorry. And retaking these courses in grade 12 will be such a hassle. So make sure to check these requirements. So to summarize the grade section for you guys, number 1, check the minimum required grades. They differ between universities and studies. Number 2, check the courses that you need for your studies or your university, because they differ as well. So check that, please. And moving on to number 2, extracurriculars. Some say that extracurriculars are more important than your grades. And I certainly see where they're coming from. When I was applying to University of Toronto and UBC, what I kind of noticed was that UofT generally focused more on the academics, and UBC focused more on the portfolios and your extracurriculars. So if you're applying to these two universities, just keep in mind of that. So what I always thought was that extracurricular is an opportunity for you to showcase who you are outside of class. So for me, that was working at my provincial legislature and working alongside the member of the Legislative Assembly and experiencing politics up close. And I also had a great chance to inform and represent my culture through a local event for 2 years. And in school, I was involved with jazz band, musical, wind ensemble, and student council for a few years. The important thing about doing extracurricular is that think about how that can potentially help you get into the studies or universities that you want to go into. Let's say that you want to go into business. Do something that is related to business other than doing something completely unrelated to business. As all English teachers would say, it's about quality, not about quantity. Find a balance between doing good in school, having good marks, and having good extracurriculars, because universities love that. Finally, supplementary applications, video interviews, and portfolios. I know this part about university has haunted me back in high school because I had no clue what video interview was, I had no clue what portfolio was, I had no clue what all these were. Supplementary application is a section where you can shine all your beautiful extracurriculars, awards, scholarships, all that. It's a section where you can appeal to universities why you're applicable to go to that university and why you're the best candidate for that university to pick. Show them who you are outside of school. Show them that you're more than a student with 20 absences in an AP calculus class. In my opinion, writing good supplementary application and having a successful video interview is far more important than having good grades and extracurriculars. That is because it's easy to manipulate grades and extracurriculars to make yourself look good. But in video interviews, you really can't do that. It's yourself, your genuine self. So recruiters will know what kind of person you are through these interviews. So having successful video interviews or portfolios will really boost your chance of getting to the universities you want. I'll give you a tip of doing a video interview. They're going to ask you multiple questions about why you wanted to apply to this university, what you think about this problem in this world. Try to be as genuine as possible when you're doing this, because recruiters will go through thousands of applications. And if you try to be someone who you're not, they're going to lose interest in that application. So when writing a portfolio or supplementary applications or doing a video interview, think of it like this. Grades, awards, scholarships, and your extracurriculars or your Lego pieces. We're all building a different Lego sets. You may have the world's coolest Lego piece, but if you don't know how to use it well in these interviews or your portfolios, they're not going to mean anything. Sure, it's good to have lots of Lego sets because it gives you a good foundation. Sure, it's really good to have cool Lego pieces that'll help your Lego set stand out from other Lego sets. But you gotta remember, universities and recruiters look for the whole Lego set, not individual pieces. They look for what you made with those Lego pieces you had. Someone could have made a dragon out of that Lego pieces. Someone could have made a house out of that Lego piece. It all depends on how you want to construct your story with the pieces that you have. Put your best asset, put your coolest Lego piece on top of your Lego piece so that everyone can see it. Express yourself. Be genuine in video interviews. I think the reason why I was able to get into the universities I want was because I was genuine and I was able to construct a Lego piece that made me stand out from other Lego pieces. Make your own story. Show them what you're made of with your Lego pieces. We're all different people. And if we all made houses and if we all made dragons, recruiters will get bored. Think of the things that others won't think of. Make your Lego set stand out from others. Be unique. That's the best advice I can give you. I hope you found this video informational. And for those of you who are applying to universities right now, best of luck to you. Try to be as genuine and as unique as you can be. Good luck everyone, and until next time, bye-bye.